All right, everybody. Welcome back to the extra episode with Eddie. I'm here with my very special guest,
Matthew.
Yep. And today we're in a little different studio. I don't know if you've noticed, but where are we,
This is
Matthew?
Eddie's backyard.
Yeah.
We're in Eddie's backyard right now, also known as Central Park,
Yup.
Manhattan, New York.
Yup.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we're in public, so I've never done a public podcast before.
And we will get arrested.
Oh, I certainly hope not. That wasn't on my agenda.
That was on my agenda.
Okay, well, then I guess we are going to get arrested, so watch till that happens. Here's some clips
Wait
of it
till the
happening.
end, guys.
Wait till the end, guys. We get arrested, and check it out.
And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh, yeah. Already, please. But, yeah, so welcome back to the extra episode with Eddie. Definitely different environment for me and my guest, Matthew, here for my very first podcast in public.
Yeah. I was his tour guide through the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, what do you mean this is like a weird environment for me? I live here.
Oh, I mean, for me. I think specifically maybe I meant just me.
Yeah, because I live in the park.
Oh,
We were just talking about
yeah.
this.
Actually, so my guest Matthew, I just found him laying around, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to help me out with this little podcast here?
Yeah,
little
no
podcasty
connection
foo?"
here, no connection at all. We haven't known each other since we were like 7 years old.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So, so how do we know each other? You tell me. Specifically, if you could go back to the very first memory of, like you have of me. It doesn't have to be the very first time we met, but like maybe the first memory that you do remember.
Well, I remember when we lived together. Are you public about like the town you live in?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Bay Area.
Yes. So growing up in the Bay.
Yeah.
I remember I had moved into a new neighborhood, and I was like living in this new house. And I was young, and I look across the street, and I'm like, "Who's that? He looks really cool." I was like, "I want to be friends with him."
That's crazy because I think I moved in after you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I had lived there since I was 3 years old before moving here.
Oh wow.
How old were you when you moved to that house?
So I was in third grade. So
Okay,
I mean, at that point I was third grade age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me tell you my first memory of Matthew Hunt.
Yeah, let's move on from the glasses bit.
Okay.
Let's move
Yeah. So, I remember moving in, and we both went to the same school right next door. I remember I met this kid across the street, and I was like, "Oh, hi, like I'm Eddie," and then we would play like, we both played video games.
Yeah.
We both played Pokemon, right?
Yeah. On our DS.
Yeah, so I was like a huge Pokemon nerd, so just like finding anybody else who also played Pokemon was like a huge thing for me. And then I remember like we always like invited each other over to play video games at each other's houses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, actually, you know what I do remember is probably one of the earliest memories you have? I remember playing like Minecraft Pocket Edition and like building houses together and like killing each other and
Yes.
Yeah,
Good times.
those are the days.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we had little Minecraft tournaments in Pocket Edition, and it was pretty chill.
Yeah.
But anyways, so what the hell am I doing here?
Well, that's a really great question. Is it one that you would like me to answer?
Oh sure, yeah. Why do you think I'm here?
Well, basically what happened was I was like, "Hey, I'm moving to New York to go to school."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, so you're my excuse to go to New York City." And I was like, "That's awesome." And then
I was like, let me visit.
yeah, which honestly works out great because for those of you that don't know, if you want to live in New York City, you need to have, I don't know how many zeros in your net worth, but
all the zeros go before my name.
Yes,
all the
yes.
zeros go before the decimal point for me.
Exactly. And I was like, that's not cool. Like, I've stayed in hotels here before I moved, and I'm like, if I'm here for 4 days, it's like $2,000.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. And then you came here, and I was like, you're not gonna do that. I'm not letting
hell
you.
no.
So we've been staying together in my dorm, and it's been really cool.
Yeah, it's been really awesome, actually.
I actually do want to take a moment to, like, actually tell you a memory of mine from when we were younger, and not do a bit.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
I do remember very vividly when I woke up at, I want to say like 7 a.m. or like 6:30 a.m. This was, I believe, like the second grade or first grade. And I woke up and my dad was having a stroke.
Oh my gosh, what?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I remember waking up and I was really scared. My dad's the kind of guy, you know, he was like born back in 1950. So he has that kind of mentality of like, I'll just, whatever, it's not, oh, okay, I just gotta get through it. I'm going to work.
That's crazy.
So before he realized he was having a stroke, he felt very like, he felt
Sick.
really out of body and something
Yeah.
was weird. He couldn't really like move, I believe the right side of his body. Might have been the left. I'm a great son, Dad, if you're listening. And I remembered, the story goes is that he like got out of bed. He was the first one to wake up, and he was like, "Oh, that's weird. I can't like move half of my body. I can't feel it." So he hopped out of bed, and then hopped to the computer room, and then sat down and with one hand emailed his boss saying, "Hey, I can't make it into work today,"
Oh
and then
my
went back to
goodness.
bed.
Wow.
And then he woke up and his condition was worse, and we called 911, and the ambulance and my mom went off to the hospital.
Oh,
I
man.
remembered it was you guys who took me to work, and you guys after school brought me home and like spent the day with me and really like calmed me and comforted me because I was really scared about my
Aw.
dad. And that's like a really fun, that was like the moment, because I was pretty young. I
Yeah,
remember that was the moment
yeah.
I was like, wow, you're like one of my best friends.
Wow. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I was aware that was happening actually.
Your mom might have just like not, because we were like, again, we were like really young. Your mom
Yeah.
might just not have told you the details, because like, yeah, that's a hard thing for a kid to like
Yeah.
understand, you know?
Because I don't remember anything like that. I remember hanging out with you a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, yeah. Let me reintroduce that. I think Matthew is actually probably the earliest like childhood friend I have when I moved to the Bay Area.
Yeah, that's like still, like we've still been friends this whole
Yeah,
time.
like literally I moved in and then we started like introducing and like meeting the neighbors, and Matthew was one of the people. So
Yeah, yeah.
crazy.
It's kind of wild.
Well, yeah. Well, that's crazy because I think probably after that we probably just played Minecraft Pocket Edition then, huh?
Yeah, I think that was the moment, that was like the awakening I had to like Minecraft, was probably
Oh my
playing Pocket
goodness.
Edition. I had Pocket Edition, but I think before I had Java.
Yeah, no, I did too. I did
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
But wow, oh my goodness, I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's crazy to hear. Like probably like a decade later, actually.
Yeah, I know.
Oh well, I'm very happy I was able to be there for you.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I didn't know.
Thanks.
Okay.
Also, for those of you curious, it's actually 5 p.m. right now.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't look like 5 p.m., but daylight savings. Can we swear on here?
Yeah, dude, I swear all the time.
Oh, okay. Daylight savings is a motherfucker. And
Dude.
I don't. It's not that I actually hate it. I actually am not bothered by it. But I remember we just got out of the Guggenheim, which is a cool little art museum in
yeah.
the city. And also, could you maybe show off what you've got going right now? Your little
Oh,
outfit?
yeah. So I was gonna get into that in a second.
Oh,
But-
please.
but-
we can segue
Okay.
Naturally.
Okay. So, what I was gonna say was, I was talking like, why the hell am I here, right? And so, yeah, no, I'm here. I'm visiting my very first childhood friend, I guess, in New York City, and I'm super excited to be here. I'm a huge New York freak. I came here like for just like a week last year, and I did like all these crazy Spider-Man shenanigans, and I'm finally here back and visiting the city again, exploring all these new spots, and I'm having a great time. But let me tell you, so let's talk about like the first day actually.
Oh, that was a day. You talking about when you landed?
Yeah. What happened again?
So
I forgot. You're saying it's a day, and I was like, was it a day?
I'll walk you through.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
start off, and then you pick it up wherever you feel comfortable.
Yeah. Okay.
So I had woken up. It was a little early. I had a meeting to go to at like 1, and you had just landed at like noon, but you were gonna take a second to get here because you were leaving from LaGuardia to get here.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, and I went to my meeting, and I was like, oh, they're doing like a film shoot here.
Oh,
like, right where I live.
yeah.
I was like, that's cool. And I'm coming back from my meeting, and they're doing, if anyone knows, they're doing a episode for the show Dave, the FX series with Lil Dicky at this billiards bar that's like right next to where I live. And as I'm walking, I see one of the stars of the show, Gaeta, and he's like FaceTiming a friend, like showing off the set, being like, look, here's our PAs, here's all the lighting, here's the cameras, this is so fucking cool. Like, he hasn't been doing this for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And I like walk up to him and like, what's up, Gaeta? He's like, oh shit, and he put his arm around me and was like, tell my friends that you're a fan of the show.
It's like, see, I have fans too.
Yeah. And I was just like, I love Dave. And he was like, oh, and then he just kind of didn't say anything else and walked away. And then I came to you, and you were just chilling in the little coffee shop at my building.
Yeah.
And then from there, went through a real like bitch of a process to get like your guest pass. Since you're not a student, I have to get you a guest pass.
Yes. Okay, I do remember that.
That sucked.
I remember like coming here, and then like Matthew was like, oh yeah, like you're on the guest list, and I was like, okay. So I told them, I'm like, hey, I'm on the guest list, and they're like, what's your name? I was like, oh, it's Eddie, and they're like, no, and I was like, are you sure? And like, yeah, it's not here. And I was like, can you check again? Like, yeah, it's not here. And I'm like, oh. I look at Matthew, and Matthew's like, he's like, and I'm like, oh fuck, am I sleeping on the streets tonight? I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
But we did get it all sorted out. We it turned out like they're just really strict about some of the way that the paperwork works, so whatevs.
He's saying it very nicely, but the truth of the matter is I just fucked up the paperwork, and then they didn't tell me.
Yeah, but that's like their fault, right? Or it's like they should have a warning, because like if you assume everything's all good, and I'm sure that you're not the only one who like fucks up the paperwork.
Yeah,
right?
sure. And the whole problem is that I like wrote everything I needed to write down, and then in a smaller portion of the paperwork, they needed to fill it all out again, the exact same stuff, for no reason, other than the fact that they don't want to have to fill it out themselves.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay. And then we got an email from the like boss lady who said, just fill it out again correctly in like an hour, and it's fine, I won't. Because the whole point is that you have to fill it out a certain number of days before your guest gets here, before he gets here. And I got really worried that we'd have like some difficulty with you not sleeping on the street.
I was like, I'm okay to sleep. I'm already here, right? I'm like, I guess I will have to get a hotel then. I'm like, but I just know how expensive, like notoriously expensive.
No, I know.
New York City hotels are, right? So
yeah.
I'm like, oh, so dogs.
There's a couple dogs.
Yeah. So that was the first day. It was mainly we were just chilling, doing some errands, catching up, talking.
Yeah.
Then we went out to a rooftop bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first thing we did.
Was it the first thing we did? Did we eat food and then go to the rooftop bar, or did we just go straight to a rooftop bar?
No, we did the rooftop bar and then... No, we did food and then the rooftop bar.
But just at the cafeteria, right?
Yes, we got
Also,
lunch we got some dorm food. I was like, that's cool.
guys, the NYU dorm food is fucking good. It's so good. It's so good.
You were very lucky to come at like a good time where all the food was still fresh.
Yeah.
I was like, that's nice.
No, even they were giving me like the scraps of the pulled pork, and I was like, why is it so good?
Well, yeah, when pulled pork is just sitting in meat juice
Yeah.
24/7, yeah, it's always gonna be good. Give me that shit in a cup. I will gulp it down.
Yeah. So that was good. I like that a lot.
Yeah. And then the little Sunday.
Yeah.
Little Sunday bar. And
Oh,
stuff.
the ice cream bar at fucking NYU. I'm like, yo, and the tater tots and the fries,
Yeah.
perfect consistency.
Good fries. Good fries. Always
And-
good.
And Matthew's telling me, he's like, you know, Eddie, this isn't even the best spot. And I'm like, oh, it's not?
Yeah, we're very lucky.
I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. It's not the best spot.
Yeah, of course.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, the dorm food was good. Then after that, we went over to this rooftop bar.
Yeah.
And I just heard about it through a YouTube video or two. So I was like, okay, let me check it out. So,
I think it's important to highlight we got kicked out by 3 bars
oh,
before getting to the...
no. Yeah, I was about to, yeah.
Okay.
So we went to this one bar called the Crown on Bowery.
Yeah.
Also, you need you have to have a ticket, or you have to be a member of the hotel to get in on certain days. And we just happened to go on one of those days. So I was like, oh shoot, we walked for how long, do you think?
Walking to the Bowery from East Village is like half an hour, so maybe 30-35 minutes of walking in the
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
It's cold.
It's
Yeah.
finally cold in New York City, so
Finally, yeah.
yeah, we went over to the Crown on Bowery, got the what did we? Oh yeah. So then we got up there. Some kid had to swipe his card to get us to the bar.
Yes, that nice kid was just like, oh, I got you, and then they still didn't let us in.
Yeah. And then literally, then they're like, okay, well, you can't be here. And I was like, and Matthew was trying to smooth his way, and he's like, come on, boss, come on. I left my key in the room. I was like, first of all, we have to have a key to get to this floor.
That's the whole point. Yeah.
So it's like, he knows we don't have a key passer, so.
But people don't think that hard when they have a job like that. If you're the bouncer at the bar, you're not gonna be like, well, you need your key to get into the elevator.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about? They don't do that. Typically, I have done that before, and it does work.
Oh, okay.
If you're just chill enough and you just act like
Yeah.
you're not gonna be screwing around in the bar and you just want to get to a rooftop bar, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, that's fine.
I guess, yeah, you would know better than I do. You live here.
I have infiltrated private parties just by acting like I belong. It's.
He has. It's a crazy story on that.
Have I told you that story?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yeah.
We'll get into that
That's
soon.
what the story is, yeah.
Soon. Anyways, yeah, so we went to that one, got rejected, so fuck. And then I was like, well, I'm still down to do a rooftop bar experience.
I wanted you to have that experience, yeah.
Yeah, we checked out another one. They're also like, dude, did you make any reservations? And I was like,
For
no,
a bar?
I don't fucking know. And then they're
Yeah.
like, get out of here. And so I was like, okay, fuck it. So then we left it, and then I was like, man, this is pretty poopy already. I was like, oh, I don't really need a rooftop bar. I could just go to any schmeasly bar and then just catch up and talk and chill. That'd be chill. But what ended up happening is we checked one more. It's called the Purple.
Mr. Purple.
Mr. Purple, yeah.
Yes.
Went to that one. Here's some cool pictures of us with some horses, and a picture with us in the Campbell's chicken noodle soup can.
Yeah.
But yeah, they let us in pretty easily, and then you could go in, just soak up the bar experience without paying for a drink.
Yeah.
And that was pretty good,
Yeah.
the rooftop experience. So yeah, we went over there, got a drink, met
That's
this.
some strong old fashions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for the price I'm paying. I hope they're strong.
That cold too. You need the warmth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's pretty good. But I'm we're going to a bar, us two, and I'm like, I'm not trying to dance. I'm not trying to party like that. I just want to catch up over a drink with some like cool vibes. And
yeah, the important thing about this bar is that it's like the inside of the rooftop, which is like enclosed, just like a as a building, is very clubby. Music is super loud.
Yeah.
You're shoulder to shoulder with people. You feel like you're on a third date with everyone at the bar. Too close for comfort, no inches for Jesus. And
wow, that's a crazy description, but okay.
And so you get out to the through the doors to get out into the rooftop, which is cold but a lot more kind of calm. And then you ran into somebody that had walked up to you.
Oh yeah. So this dude, he like, as soon as I got into the bar, this dude just like, he's like in his later 30s, early 30s.
I thought late 20s or early 30s.
No, because he'd been working for 15 years. And he graduated from college too.
You start him young. I don't know.
No.
He looked good.
Oh yeah, he didn't look old, good. But he definitely was like in around his 30s.
Yeah.
Probably mid 30s to late 30s, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, this dude, he like dapped me up and he was like, "Yo, the chicks here are fucking crazy," and I'm like, "The fuck?" I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to get a drink. So, anyways, we go get a drink. We leave him at the bar. Then it's like just me and Matthew. We're chilling on the rooftop, drinking our old fashions, and then he comes back to us.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't really even remember what our conversation was. I just remember it was long. I remember it was really circular.
I think the funniest part about that, his name is John. Shout out John. John was with us at this table that was outside. And we were sitting at the table.
Yeah, we were just chilling.
He was standing. And I offered him a chair. He said, no, I'm good. Like, I'm going to get going.
He's showing his dominance over us.
Well, the thing is, he stood there for like 90 minutes. We talked for like 90 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
And he was talking about your dreams and about finance and about drive.
He was telling us his whole story.
Yeah.
And okay, well, this John guy, he was charming, he was nice to us.
Yeah.
But I think he was like, well, I don't know, his like eyes were like leering, would you say?
Really? You got that vibe?
I think so.
Interesting.
Because he was like checking out some of the girls, and I was like, John, and he was like giving us advice about love, and I was like, John, but what about you? Like, tell us, like, how is it going for you?
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm married, and I'm like, yo, you're married. And then he was talking to us, and he was like, yo, I might talk to some of those girls over there. And I was like, yo,
I was like, John, no!
John, I was like, John, those girls are 21, and you're like in your late 30s.
Yeah. And he was like, well,
and he's married.
And he was like, they look bored.
And I mean, sure, yeah, I mean, as long as there's no other intentions, but usually that's like not the case,
not at
right?
a bar. No.
No, yeah, at a bar, they're there. They're gonna, yeah. So I don't know.
They're just trying to mind their own business. They don't need some guy just to like walk up to a group of women and just bother them.
But okay, I do say that. I think that's like one of my only gripes with him.
Yeah.
But he was very nice to us. He kept telling us like some advice, and he'd say like, but don't fucking listen to me. But if you had to listen to one thing I had to say,
he kept going back
it's
and
this.
forth.
And he said that like 12 times, and I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. And I was just so entertained by him that I'm like, just keep it going, John.
Yeah, he was a great, and this, for your first night, that's like an experience where I'm like, I'm really glad we came here.
Yeah.
Because then you just got to have that moment where we're never going to see him again.
Yeah.
All we have is his name. And
his LinkedIn.
And yes, he gave us his LinkedIn.
I told him, I was like, John,
we need to reach back.
I'm so sad that this is gonna be our one and only night together.
Yeah.
Like, you've told us so much wisdom, you shared your story with us. I'm gonna remember who you are.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
go on LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. And I was like, oh fuck. Sure, let's link up, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have his LinkedIn. He's chill.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one day our paths will cross again, but whatevs. Yeah.
I liked his vibe. I might reach out to him at some point to see if he'd be interested in
another bar?
a role. No, in like a short role in a film.
Oh. Yeah, wait, so anyways, Matthew is at NYU for film.
Yeah.
And he's always been into film.
Yeah. I came out of the womb with a film camera in my hands.
Oh yeah. Ready to record
Yeah.
your own birth? Oh yeah.
I'm abandoning this bit.
Okay. Sounds good.
But yeah, this is very surreal to me. That's not only was making films like my dream since I was like 8 years old, but going to NYU was also my dream for like over 10 years. And so it's kind of amazing to like be here. My dad even went so far when I was like 14, he bought me an NYU sweatshirt. Wow. And now I'm here.
That's great.
Yeah. My dad lost. I haven't seen my dad that like excited in a very long time when I told him I got in. That was a very cool moment.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy for you to be at NYU because especially like you worked so hard to get here. You've wanted to do this literally your whole life. And actually I wanted to touch on this earlier, but it slipped my mind again. But one of my earliest memories of Matthew is that he had a YouTube channel. He had a YouTube channel when he was like 8 years old, and it was called like the Hunster 7, and he like made Minecraft videos, and it had like the cheesy free template opening. It was like wah 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 wah.
It was a free template.
And I'm like, dude, what? And I'm a kid. I'm like, what does this kid think he's doing? This guy is not Dan TDM. This guy's not Captain Sparkles. Like, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I don't know why, but I was like, this is not high production. But you're like 8 years old, like.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
You had high standards for me.
Oh, I was a critic.
As an 8-year-old.
I was a critic.
Why are we still friends?
But yeah, so Matthew's here for film, and yeah, they're in all the ropes.
You were in some videos, I think. Some Minecraft videos.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Is that channel still up, or you privated everything?
No, it's still up. It's under a different name. The name you gave is not the name.
Okay. You don't have to drop it. You don't have to drop it if you don't.
I'm not.
Okay.
But
The Hunster 7.
Hunster 7. The THE. No. Yeah. If you wanna track down that channel and find
Good luck.
Baby Eddie,
Oh no.
it's there. He's there.
I have some pretty crazy stories about Baby Eddy actually.
Oh.
But I do want to get through this New York trip real quick.
Sure. Let's well, after the bar, we had like, because we like never got up to go back to the bar again, and also like one cocktail, like you get an old fashioned for like $22. So I was like, we're not doing that again. So after John left, gave us his LinkedIn, we left and we took the train back to closer to where I live. I showed him this cool like 24/7 donut shop. Shout out the donut pub.
That spot was goated.
Yeah, really good. Went there, and then went back home. We were pretty exhausted. It was like 3 a.m. I want to say.
Yep.
And I like set up on the couch, gave you like all the the little amenities I have in my bedroom, and just was like, all right, I'll see ya.
And it was perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah. Then we went to sleep. Mm-hmm. So that was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Then. Oh wait. Actually, okay. I'm telling this story so backwards, but that's the thing about my podcast. It's never linear.
It shouldn't be.
Okay,
let's just enjoy the flow. Yeah.
But okay, so I remember on the trip, right? So, what's today's? Shoot! Oh fuck! I have to check in on my airplane.
Go.
Okay, I'll do that after this.
You're good.
Okay. Oopsie. Just remember that. But yeah. So what I was gonna say is on Thursday, I took the flight at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
to go to Denver. so I went to Denver, got there on Friday, at 6 in the morning their time, and I was like, oh my god, my plane leaves. Oh no, so I got there at 11 or 12 a.m. And I was like, my plane leaves at 6 a.m. the next day. I was like, I cannot miss that. So I'm like so scared of like falling asleep and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so I basically don't sleep at all at the airport. And I just stay up the 6 hours, like playing the new Pokemon trading card game on my phone.
Yeah, I don't sleep at the airports either. I'm the same.
I'm just too scared because like if I sleep through it and I like get left behind,
right,
like all my plans are messed up, right?
Yeah.
So, what ends up happening is I stay up and then I get onto the plane and I immediately knock out. Turns out that was a good idea until what happened was I definitely realized in the middle of my sleeping I had a dream where I like totally forgot to set an alarm or something, or my alarm didn't go off. So like I'm sitting next to this woman and I'm like on the plane. I like scream and like shout my eyes, I'm like, ah! And then she's like super spooked and I'm like, and I check, I'm in an airplane, I'm like, oh, I'm all good. So I'm like, I'm so sorry. And I just head back to sleep.
I really, to be a fly on the wall of that plane.
Such a scary experience, but
Eddie just in the middle of his flight.
Oh yeah, but if you're a fly on the wall, you'd just be like
laughing.
Oh no, you'd be watching me sleep for like 2 hours until like that actually happened, just waiting for it to happen. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Then ultimately that just got here and it's been chill.
Nice.
But yeah. So Saturday.
Yeah.
Tell them what happened on Saturday.
Saturday.
Yep.
Was kind of cool.
Pretty cool.
We woke up, slept in a little bit because we were tired.
Yep.
And then got dressed and everything, went downstairs, had some NYU breakfast.
Yep.
That was quite good. And then we're like, okay, time to go to Brooklyn. And we took the L and the L train. And
we took the L. Had to go to Brooklyn.
There was this place I'd heard about recently that's this like study space coffee shop that is hidden. It's exclusive. It's like invite only, and I had gotten access to it, and booked a reservation. You pay a flat fee of like $20.
Yeah. And
I think you were a little bit like, where the fuck are you taking me? Because we had stopped we had rode for like 20 minutes. Yeah. We were in the middle of nowhere, Brooklyn.
Also, I didn't know this about Brooklyn, but like, I was like, I just walked out and it was not like anything in Manhattan, right? Manhattan, like I feel more safe because like there's all these people walking around, and everybody looks like they have something to do or somewhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
And in Brooklyn, it was like the opposite. It was like there's no one around, and everybody who was outside was kind of like watching you. Or that's how it felt like for me. And I was like, oh my, is this what Brooklyn is like? Like,
yeah.
Oh,
they're just admiring the fit.
Oh yeah, admiring what I'm wearing, and then they're gonna take it from me.
No. They're just really like. See, the thing is, they're admiring your fit, but they're like shy. They really want to compliment you.
Oh.
And be like, you look beautiful.
Oh, okay, yes.
I wish I could pull that off as well as you are. But they're shy and they're a little nervous. Oh. That's why they're staring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not because I had a backpack full of stuff and especially all my... Okay.
No.
All good. Then I'm flattered.
Yeah.
Then I'm super flattered.
People in New York are honest. Which is great. I think that's the way that every place in the world should be, because they will tell you to your face whatever positive or negative thing is on their mind. They don't sugarcoat anything. And I think that's a very important thing for people to have. This place that we ended up going to, I was like pulling up my phone.
It was ridiculous.
They give me like a password because the doors are locked. I have to put a
it's
password
literally
into
like
the keypad.
So it's like this. We were walking through these like neighborhoods that were like a little shoddy.
Sure.
And then literally just like a little sign on this like door that said like put code from email. And I was like, okay. And then so Matthew like punches in this code. Then we go up this like cinder block building.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm about to do like an illegal arms deal.
Yeah.
And then so we get there. There's a guy with a laptop on the 3rd floor. He's like, "What's your names?"
Yep.
And Matthew's like, "It's under Matthew." And they're like, "Welcome in. If you have any questions, let us know." And
They're
there's
so
the
nice.
bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and oh my god, dude, it was the most New York vibey spot I'd ever seen.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Ever been to, ever seen. And if only a place existed like that where, like in the Bay Area, oh my gosh, dude, that'd be perfect. But
Yeah. It's a really tiny space too, and all the decoration is super minimal.
yeah.
You've got a long bench to sit. There's like pillows where you can just lay down on the pillows. All drinks, after you pay like $20 ahead of time, all drinks are complimentary. You can order as much as you like, and they're amazing. Such good coffee.
Yeah.
Such good tea. And the owner's almost always there because they're only open on the weekends. He's just
Yeah.
hanging out.
It's like not even a famous spot, and I don't even think he wants to make it a famous spot either.
No, it would defeat the purpose of it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be really like you got to know about it to know about it. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
More dogs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we went there. I was studying for my test on Tuesday, which I'm gonna be taking right after I land.
I was doing a script rewrite on my Mac. Yep.
And then after that, we went to go to this thrift store. And oh my goodness, New York, if all the thrift stores are like this, then they have the best thrift stores in the entire world.
They're not, but yeah.
Oh, really?
No, it's. I had never been to a place like that before in the city, where like you can buy, like, a leather jacket for $15.
Yeah.
Like it.
Like I got a work
wild.
jacket for $15. All
Yeah,
the North Face jackets
yeah.
were $20, and I'm like, what the hell?
I know.
The hoodies were $6. I was like, what? And the button-ups were $6. I was floored.
Yeah.
And the selection was great. And I was wondering, I wonder if it's because like everyone in New York is very fashionable that like it's really easy for them to like just try to sell off all these clothes that are fashionable for really cheap because they always have new clothes coming in.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No.
Not like anything we have back at home. So
Yeah.
it was an awesome spot. And if I have photos from the pictures of the fits, here they are.
If not, here's some stock images of people trying on clothes.
Oh yeah. And I look
Yeah.
just like them.
Yeah, there were so many moments throughout this trip so far where you just go like, if this was like the one thing, if this was in like my town,
Oh yeah.
this would be like, oh, this is the one cool thing this town has.
Literally, yeah.
But no, that's just every corner of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where like it's I've been saying that this whole trip, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like literally all these spots in New York where it's like, wow, this is like well, actually I don't even need to say anything because you already took it out of my mouth. So, but yeah, all these spots are just like really unique and really cool, and I'm just super jealous because just like in California, we have like maybe that one cool thing for every town, and then New York has like countless.
Nice.
But yeah. So, after that, the thrift store, we packed everything into our bags. Mine was super stuffed. Matthew's was super stuffed. I ended up just wearing some of the clothes because I couldn't even put it all in my bag. And then we went over to Ichiran.
Yeah.
Yep, you tell us about Ichiran.
I didn't know anything about Ichiran. I was like, your battery level is below 50%. I didn't know anything about Ichiran. I knew it was a noodle shop. I knew it was a ramen shop.
Yep.
And you were super excited to go, which told me, okay, this is a place that I should be really excited about.
Oh yeah.
And we get there, they have you like walk in and immediately order. And then once you order, you sit and wait for your booth to open. Because it's a booth ramen restaurant. And by that, I mean it's like, not like a diner booth, but like stations where one person can sit.
Literally cubbies.
Yes, literally, there's cubbies where you sit, you don't speak to anyone, you don't even see your server's face, because it's behind a wall.
Yeah.
And they just open up a little curtain, they hand you your bowl, they bow, they close the curtain, they walk away.
Yep.
And then you and I were able to like pull back the partition so you and I could talk together.
Yeah.
And that's probably the best ramen I've ever had in my life.
Yeah. You say that, but it's like we came from the Bay Area, so it's like we should have had a lot of better ramen, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't the noodles, it wasn't the chashu, it wasn't that, it wasn't the dashi, it wasn't any of that. It was just the simple tonkatsu that was like...
Yeah, honestly.
Just like, it was so rich, but not like overwhelming.
It was
there was a lot of different flavors to it. It wasn't just kind of one note the whole time.
Yeah, not just salty,
like,
yeah.
Whoa, wow.
Not overly salty, not
that
just salty.
That was so good.
So,
After,
I get what you mean when you say it like that, because it was some of the best broth I'd ever had, so I was like, damn. But
like you saw me, I was just sipping the broth by itself.
Oh, I did.
Quite a while.
I was shocked. I was like, wow, you're really into this. But it was good.
Yeah.
The only thing I would change about it is they charge $20 for the ramen, and that's not the issue. That's fine.
Yeah.
But they don't give you an egg. Like at the very least, give me an egg.
You gotta pay
inside
for
my
the egg.
tonkatsu ramen. It's actually
Yeah.
$3 for the egg.
Yeah.
And the portion isn't even that big, which is fine. Like it's good, so it's allowed to be a little smaller. But god damn, dude, give me an egg.
Yeah. There are certain like sacrifices you have to make living in the city.
Yeah.
You can have great experiences, but you're gonna have to pay a lot of money where you can go somewhere else,
Yeah.
pay the same amount, and get exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You know, rather than having to pay extra for things or being like, I'd rather just like go where I like to go.
Yeah.
Back home.
That's
But there's nowhere else in the entire country like here. There's opportunities around every corner and cool experiences. So to me, it's worth it. You just have to be selective about what you do so that you don't have to go bankrupt.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
But yeah, after Ichiran, we ended up... This was like the highlight of the trip for me, weirdly enough.
Whoa.
We left Ichiran and we ended up taking the 7 all the way to Flushing.
Oh.
Am I missing something?
No.
After
Yeah,
Ichiran?
you're right. Because I was like trying to figure out. I was like, what did we do? And I thought it was just like the movie theater, but no, we went to.
No, that was it. Yeah.
We went to Flushing.
For one goal in particular.
Yes.
Yes.
So, let me tell you, there was so I have some friends actually who live in New York. One friend who lives in New York, and she brought my other friend to New York, and she stayed with her. And then so they were they were on the podcast. It was Rena and Kayla. So my friend Rena lives in New York, and Kayla went to go visit her. I was also supposed to be on that trip actually.
Oh wow.
With them, just like to hang out and pal around in New York. But what ended up happening was
No.
I think no. I had Comic-Con. Damn it!
Wow, what a heartbreaking story.
I couldn't go. I was partying somewhere else. So they ended up going to New York together without me. Which I mean, it's just the way it was gonna work out, right?
Yeah.
And so they were sending me all these pictures, giving me all this FOMO, and then they sent me the thing that like set me off. That I'm like, oh hell no.
It could be a number of things if you're at San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh
Yeah.
hell no. So then they sent me a picture of them at the Angry Birds Cafe. And I'm like, you both are at the Angry Birds Cafe in New York City without me? And I'm like, I was the biggest New York nerd at the time. Like I literally
And Angry Birds.
and I'm the biggest Angry Birds fan. So, I was shocked. I was like, I didn't even know they had an Angry Birds Cafe in New York City. And now that I know, I have to go.
Yep.
Now that you know, you have to go. So, that was like before I even made my New York City list of things I wanted to do, I already knew that was like on the list. It wasn't like it had to be like this way. It was like, if we can find a way, like I would love if we could go. And then so.
To me, it was like, we have to.
Okay.
I'm not even an Angry Birds fan. Because I grew up.
Sorry. My bad.
So, I really like saw pictures, and it's in Flushing, which is like an hour train ride if you're like, if you're in like if you're kind of more like east side of Brooklyn. Just hang on, we gotta get the pop filter for our fake microphones.
These are real microphones.
Yes, these are real microphones.
Yes, not
yes,
just
they
phones. Yes. You can hear me if I talk louder over here, and not in this microphone over here.
No. And so weird, which is a long, that's a lot of train riding. But we were just like, let's do it.
Oh yeah.
I had never been to Queens. I know. Sorry. And we ended up taking the train. We got on for like an hour. We get off, and when you're in Flushing, your first thought coming from the city and having never been is just like, are we still in New York?
Are we still in the U.S. actually?
Sure. Yeah. No, I could see that.
All the signs were just like in Chinese, and I was like looking around, and I was like, I thought Chinatown was like really small. I thought we passed by Chinatown. It was really small, but no, this is like the Chinatown.
Yeah.
And I had no idea that they even had one of these in New York. So, like seeing all that in Flushing, I was like, wow, this is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And we were walking towards the Angry Birds Cafe, and then we saw the mall that we were supposed to go into, and I was like, oh my god, dude, this mall is like
crazy mall, crazy.
I didn't even know they had anything like that here. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So I didn't know they had anything like that in the U.S., to be honest. So we walk straight into the mall, and then I see the strawberries on a stick, the sugar-coated strawberries on a stick, that I'd only seen in YouTube videos of people going to Asia. And I'm like, oh, no way. I have to try it.
Yep.
So, yep, we got these strawberries that I wanted to get. It was $10 for 4 strawberries, but yeah,
10.
It was pretty expensive. But I'd always heard about them, and I figured when I'm gonna go to another Asian country, specifically Japan, I know how rare the fruits are. So I figured the price is gonna be something around that range. It's gonna be overpriced anyways. So, and I'd always wanted to try it. So I was finally able to try it there, and god damn, it was so good. It was so good.
I got to have some too, and I was like, you ever eat a fruit and you're just like, this is the first time I've had this fruit. That's what it tastes like. It's like every strawberry I've had right now is lesser than the one I'm eating right now.
It was perfect.
It was amazing. Yeah.
It was cold though, but it was perfect.
And it didn't stop there, because that's at the entrance. The moment you walk another 10 feet, you're just like, where the fuck am I?
All these stores with a lot of them weren't even in English. But they're like all these amazing looking restaurants, all these people, all these Asian people, just like all around, and I'm like, wow, like this is ridiculous. Like you should not, like, calling the other Chinatown like Chinatown is like kind of an insult to this whole spot.
I agree.
All of Flushing. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So the architecture was amazing. All these stores, I popped into a couple of these anime stores, and then they had a Japanese arcade, but it was super cool.
But we were there for one reason.
We were there for one reason and one reason only.
What was that reason?
I just traveled 2,500 miles to visit the #1 video game cafe. Hey guys, I just traveled 2,500 miles to visit my favorite video game themed cafe. and it was the Angry Birds Cafe.
And to see your friend Matthew.
And visit Matthew.
Yeah.
but also the Angry Birds Cafe.
Well, yeah. Well, that takes priority, obviously.
Same level.
Okay. All right.
But no. So we went to the Angry Birds Cafe, and there were lots of Angry Birds paraphernalia, all this merchandise you can buy. I got the Angry Burger and a cappuccino.
Yeah.
And the Terrence shortcake.
Yeah, a little shortcake tart.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a pretty good price, considering I paid $10 for 4 strawberries. So.
Yeah, compared to $10 for 4 strawberries, pretty, The Angry Burger was like $11, which is fine. Yeah, fine. That's fine.
Yeah, but made me kind of angry that wasn't even that good, to be honest.
Yeah, I got the best thing on the menu.
Oh, he did.
I got the mango sago coconut milk.
What'd you order?
I got the mango sago coconut milk. Oh,
Is it good?
it's actually pretty good.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
It's really nice.
Wait, what does it have to do with Angry Birds?
Mango is yellow, and there's a yellow Angry Bird.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Which is basically just like coconut milk
So
with little mango bits and like little foam and
So
yeah,
good.
yeah. I basically like it. If it was a competition, which it wasn't, I won.
Yeah. He definitely won. He got one thing, and I was like, why is this better than like everything I got? Because it was just that good, right? I literally was having. I was like, wait, this is like, if this was in any other cafe, like I would order this like 100% of the time.
Yeah, it was good.
So yeah, we checked out the Angry Birds Cafe.
Did some photo ops.
Oh, yeah.
Took some cool little pictures.
Took some funny videos. Hopefully, I will have edited the video by the time this podcast comes out, and you can check it out on my Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but there was an experience that like I was like, oh hell no.
Tell me about that.
Oh hell no. So we're at the Angry Birds Cafe, and like I'm looking at the little plushies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking to Matthew. I'm like, I don't think our cashier knows anything about Angry Birds. And then he was like, why should that be a requirement? And I was like, if you're at the Angry Birds Cafe, I want you to know a little bit about the franchise, or at least like it a little.
No.
I'm a fan of Angry Birds, so maybe that's why I'm just like a little bit more needy. I have a bit higher expectations, so yeah. So anyways, so I'm talking, so I'm like, okay, so let me look at this other merchandise. And then another of the workers, like the only other person working there, he comes up, and then he's like fixing some of the merchandise, right? And then I ask him, I'm like, hey, do you like Angry Birds?
I don't think he's ever gotten that question before.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either. So he looks at me, he's like, do you mean the games, the job, the franchise? And I'm like, I mean just like Angry Birds in general. Like, do you like Angry Birds? And he's like, oh.
I like the job.
Yeah. He's like, I like the job.
Yeah.
Can I ask how much? Or, do you like Angry Birds like a lot, or?
Like Angry Birds, the brand, and like Angry Birds stuff.
I think like
I like the job. I don't like the Angry Birds stuff. You know?
Okay. And then I'm like, oh, and he's like, I mean, dude, who the fuck is buying all this shit? And I'm like, oh hell no.
He's talking about grown man.
Yeah. He's like, I grew up, and I'm like, oh, so you don't know the names of all the different Angry Birds. You don't know Red or Yellow or Blue or Bomb or Terrence or the Mighty Eagle or the Triplets. Oh, so it's all just me. So it's all in my head. My bad. So, and I'm looking at a shirt. I'm like, oh, I might buy a shirt to like commemorate my time getting the Angry Birds shirt at the Angry Birds Cafe in New York City. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, who the fuck's buying this shit? And I'm like, oh me. Hell no, I'm not buying it. I can't buy anything after you just said that to me. So, we left, but I did have a really good time, and I'm so happy I get to say that I've been to the Angry Birds Cafe in New York City. It's cool. Is it worth a whole trip to go? Yes, if you have a best friend named Matthew in New York City. But if you don't, I honestly don't think you need to go. Unless you're a huge Angry Birds fan.
Unless you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy everything. I'm gonna sleep in the Angry Birds Cafe.
I mean,
Because they were so comfortable. They had like hammocks, which was so funny, and I was like, this is nice.
they had photo op spots. And I just wish the workers were more passionate about Angry Birds.
I still don't know where this is coming from. Let them make their money. They don't have to. They don't have to know.
I don't know.
What kid is gonna be like?
Can you tell me about
What's your favorite Angry Bird? What's your favorite Angry Bird?
and why is it Terrence?
Oh yeah, and Matthew didn't even know who Terrence was.
No.
I told Matthew, I was like, I'm not upset right now, but I would be so much more happy if they liked Angry Birds. But yeah, I guess that's just a me issue. Anyway, so after that, then we went to this awesome speakeasy movie theater.
Yeah. This was my pick. This was my thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I want you to have like a movie theater experience in the city while you're here. So we went to the Metrograph, which is right by like Canal Street. It's on look it up.
Okay.
And it's on Ludlow, 7 Ludlow Street. Super, super good. And like
Yeah.
Lower East Side. Like it feels like a private hidden club when
It
you first walk in.
It does, because
There's,
it doesn't
no signage. Really.
no signage. It doesn't speak like it doesn't like do anything to promote itself. It doesn't promote that's a movie theater at all. It's like
No movie posters.
that's the thing about New York.
There's
There's like all these like little secret clubs that I think like you have to know, or you have to know someone who knows
Yeah.
to figure out like what the cool thing to do in New York City is without feeling like overwhelmed. So I felt like that was like the same thing with the coffee shop where I was like, this is the cool thing to do in New York City that I'm not like, that honestly I'm like pretty impressed by.
Oh, it's still recording.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. The microphones are still. Our microphones are recording.
Oh, yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's plugged in right now too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
wireless.
Right. Yes. That's what I was. I was so confused at first. I was like,
You're like,
man, this is like so weird. Why you just gave me a microphone with no cable? They're wireless.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I
Wow.
splurged. I got the big bucks.
Man.
Podcast is blowing up. So, anyways, we went to the movie theater. It was a really awesome movie theater, and it was a really awesome movie.
Yeah, we saw Heat.
Yeah, and I was telling Matthew, I was like, he was like, do you think you'd like this movie? And I was like, Matthew, I like only watch Marvel schlop. I like only eat Marvel schlop. I'm like, give me the next Spider-Man movie. Yum, 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 yum. Give me more.
Well, I remember when we were on FaceTime, and I was like, I don't want to just like I want you to pick the movie.
Yes.
Yeah, we were like going through the whole catalog, and I was just like, what do you want to see? And you were like, Matthew. Tom Holland? Come on.
I was like, so you're gonna take me to watch Spider-Man, right? I'm in New York City. I have to watch Spider-Man.
Obviously.
Yeah. So then you picked out this movie, or you gave me a couple choices, but then ultimately we decided on this movie called Heat
Yeah.
with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino.
Directed by Michael Mann.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good movie. And there was like some really, really awesome scenes, especially the cafe scene.
You love the cafe scene. Yeah.
It was literally, and I guess this is a spoiler, but just watch the movie and then come back to this podcast.
Watch this 3-hour action movie. Stop everything you're doing.
Oh yeah.
Watch this movie for 3 hours, then come back to this podcast
So you cannot know about the spoiler.
that we're gonna talk about for 30 seconds.
Yeah, literally my favorite scene is this one scene where it's like this cafe scene where the hero meets up with the villain and they just have like an honest conversation. And basically he tells the hero's like, I'm gonna stop you, and there's nothing you can do to make me from stopping you. And that's exactly what the villain says back to. He's like, oh yeah, you're gonna stop me? well, I don't fucking care. Like, you're not gonna stop me. I'm gonna do everything I can to make you not stop me, and I'm gonna do whatever I want to do, and I love what I do. And then that's exactly what the hero said. And then they just went their separate ways, and I was like, that is such a badass scene, and it's so unrealistic, but also like I do not care. It's awesome.
The whole movie is like, it would suffer if it was realistic.
Yeah.
Because it's grounded, but grounded is not the same as being realistic.
Yeah.
It has a very like heightened quality to it.
Yeah.
Where like literally like the cop trying to stop the bank robber has dinner or coffee with the bank robber.
Yeah.
And just to like talk. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yep.
But it's a cool moment though, where it's just
Super
like
cool
they just get
moment.
to sit down. They have a little parlay. It's just like, hey, I know you're trying to hunt me down. You're trying to stop me. I don't care, because I'm just gonna keep doing what I do. And he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep doing what I do too.
Oh yeah. It was pretty awesome. Okay, there's still some battery left.
Yeah, we're good.
I was like,
looks like
okay.
a third of the way.
So, what was I gonna say now? I was gonna talk about. So the movie was good. I liked that a lot.
Yeah, and then we
welcome
stopped
back
for
after
pizza.
watching the 3-hour movie.
Yes, welcome back. Timestamp here for
Timestamp
where
here.
to come, pause and then watch 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then we got some pizza. That was you were just like, let's just go. Let's go in here. Let's do it. And I was just
some
like,
pretty good pizza.
I'd never heard of it. It was really good. Yeah.
And then went back, chilled, and then woke up for Sunday.
Which is today.
Yep, today, and
Yeah.
then so where did we go today? What happened today?
Well, today we stepped in for a little bit.
Yep.
And
Yep. I'm still super jet lagged. Or
yeah,
like
'cause
jet
you're only
lagged
here
in
for
like
the weekend.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm still 3 hours California time. So like my 3 a.m. here is 12 a.m. there. So it's like oh, I finally get to sleep at like around 4 or 3 in the morning here. So I know it's different for you though. You're like, damn, Eddie's like up late.
I've been getting pretty good sleep since you got here.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah. I'm just like, this is college hours, man.
True.
Yeah.
True.
We slept in for a bit. I wanted to take you to my daily coffee shop.
Yeah.
So we went straight there. Went to La Colombe. Shout out to La Colombe.
Matthew's so popular over there.
On East 4th. Make sure it's the one on East 4th.
Yeah, everybody knows him. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. East 4th in Lafayette. And went there. Nice.
Oh, this is a little bit too uppy.
Yeah, we're about to get really sad right now.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was really nice. Got our little cold brew, our little
Yep.
mocha, and then we immediately took the train over to the Chelsea Market. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's the kind of place where like we were kind of on a time crunch because we had a reservation time at the Guggenheim.
Yeah.
So I wish we had spent more time there, but like, man, I'm going back. That was cool.
Oh no, it was like the food
Smelled
all looked
so good.
Smelled and looked so good. I'm like,
Didn't eat any of it, but
no, yeah, we didn't eat any of it. Instead, we went to Artichoke Pizza right next door.
yeah. Let's segue into this. I haven't told you this. That's the best slice I had since I got here.
No.
That's the best.
Don't say that. That's not true. It can't be.
That's the best slice I've had since I got
You've
here.
had Joe's. You've had
Joe's is fine. It's average.
Artichoke is the best.
I've had, yeah.
I thought Artichoke was like a good baseline, like a good B for New York pizza, to be honest.
I mean, honestly, for the size and for
Yeah, the size is
pulling off
amazing.
artichoke pizza,
Yeah.
which is hard to do,
Yep.
it was good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's good to hear then.
Yeah. Had that on the High Line, which is a cool
Yeah.
art gallery / elevated walkway. Did the little walk.
I didn't know that it actually used to be a subway like train line
Yeah.
before it was like a pathway for everyone just to walk around.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, so walked around there, and I really wanted to see it because there's a video game called Spider-Man PS4, and I had always seen it on Spider-Man PS4. So, and like all these places, like I'm in Central Park. This is my very first time in Central Park, actually.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a podcast episode here. So it's been pretty awesome. But just seeing all these places that I'd heard of, seen on TV, seen in media, seen in video games, and now I'm here again. So
Welcome to my home.
Awesome. It's great.
Yeah. I sleep right over there, behind the camera.
Comfy.
Yeah. That rock right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a nice little rock into your little bed of leaves.
Yeah, it's like a blanket, like nature's blanket.
I mean, you gotta figure out how to live in New York City somehow, right?
Of course.
Better than those sewer dwellers, little rat dwellers. Oh.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Anyways, so what was I talking about? So we were talking about New York City, and we were talking about pizza. Then we were talking about the High Line, and then after the High Line, we went to
The Guggenheim.
Yep.
Yep.
And the reason why I really wanted to go to Guggenheim was because of Spider-Verse. Here's the scene! Pow, 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 pow! So, anyways, it's a scene where in the opening sequence of Across the Spider-Verse, Gwen Stacy fights off against the Vulture, and Spider-Man 2099 is introduced.
Yep.
And like one of the hardest openings in the whole of any cinema. So I saw it and I thought it was iconic, and I had to just pull up in my Spider-Man suit. I gotta be dressed up today. Yep. So we're dressed up, and this isn't even our whole costume.
No.
Because later today we're actually going to, what is it called?
Coney Island.
Yeah, Coney Island.
Mm-hmm.
And actually in Spider-Man 2, the video game, there's a whole section where Peter Parker is like walking around Coney Island with Harry and MJ.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. 1 second.
It's still recording. You're good.
So anyways, Peter's walking around with Harry and MJ. And we're going to be wearing little clothes similar to what they're wearing during that level. So should be pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I've never been to Coney Island, so this will be interesting. It is dark though.
Oh, yeah.
I guess-
It's dark in the game too.
Oh, okay.
So it's perfect.
Oh, perfect.
It's perfect.
I don't know why, but I'm expecting Coney Island to just be like abandoned. I don't know why.
Hells
My idea of Coney Island has always just been like quiet when it's not the summer.
I mean, we'll figure it out because I've also never been there, so I really couldn't tell you if it is or not. So
We'll see.
yeah.
But
That is the New York story, everybody.
so far,
Oh yeah, so far.
still have a good like 20 hours to go.
20 hours?
Yeah. 12 hours, it'll be like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So like 18 hours, 19 hours.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Sorry, I go to NYU. I'm good at math.
Oh, and he's military time, and I don't. So
Yes.
yeah.
Which is just not that. It's not a flex.
No, it's thinks he's better than everyone else. That's all it is.
No. People make fun of me for using military time, and I'm
Yep.
just like, I just want to like learn how to like read it, and I just never turn it back.
And he just thinks he's better than everyone else.
Okay.
It's just.
I get
like
bullied for it.
Whatevs. Superiority, whatevs. You just want to be a hipster. I get it. It's New York.
All right. Yeah.
But yeah, so that is the New York story. I think we'll probably end it here. I'm getting a little bit chilly.
I'm really sad now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. What happened?
We're ending the podcast.
Yeah, but I'll come back.
Well, yeah, I know, but like, when?
Guys, comment down below where you think when you think I should come back, and I'll do whatever the top comment says.
I'll give you $5
Yeah.
to the top comment if you say next week.
Wow. That's an expensive trip for me for $5. Wow.
No, I'll give the top comment $5.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
then I'm gonna have to pay for the plane tickets.
I'll put put the $5 toward. I'll put another $5 towards your flight.
It's basically free then.
Exactly.
Then I have to.
Exactly. Okay.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in.
That's a good outro.
And anything you want to say, Matthew, before we say goodbye to all the listeners?
I just want to say I'm really happy you're here. This
Aw.
has been the best weekend I've had. The best days I've had since I moved here. So seriously, this has been awesome.
I'm really happy to be here and spend it with you.
Thanks, buddy.
But yeah, so thanks guys for listening, and don't forget to
Doot doodaloot doot. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and also donate to our Patreon. And also, while you're at it, we have a GoFundMe up for Eddie's flight back home. He actually can't afford to go back home, so make sure to go and donate to the GoFundMe in order for Eddie to go home and not live on the street.
Yeah, thanks guys for donating for that. All right, see you guys later, and check in the next episode.